Welcome back. Now, an integral part of a brand's promotional strategy, marketing has also undergone a huge change. Another big challenge is how to measure the social media engagements. Find out how the big guns do it next.
What we actually look at are three matrices, and they're quite simple. So you might say, why is it so simple? But the beauty is in its simplicity. So the first is we look at actually reach. How many unique consumers have actually come across what we put out? The second is how many stories does it create? So how many people actually interact with what we've put out? And third, I think, which is most important for us, is what is a tangible outcome? When you actually sell a product, what is the tangible outcome? So is it increase in sale? Is it increase in engagement with the brand? Or just more liking of the brand? Whatever it may be, but what is that actual tangible outcome? So these are the three matrices that we use whenever we put something out in social media.
See, I think you take this medium. At the end of the day, if you're not creating enough conversations around your brand or campaign, you're doing something fundamentally wrong. Now, once we are there on that page, now we know that conversations exist, you've created conversations, then you have the technology and the innovation today to measure these conversations in whichever way you want. Ideally, you're going to measure this based on what your business goals were. Right? So to me, this medium is more of an extension of everything else you're doing. It's not a separate medium, it doesn't have separate rules. You exist as an organization to fulfill certain business goals, and you want to measure the same thing here. Absolutely. And to me, beyond the platform, restrictive platform-specific metrics like likes, reach, etc., which sometimes you cannot measure, I think it's better to just measure conversations.
So let me try and put these two perspectives together on how the brand building journey has been for the traditional world and how the advent of technology is changing a lot of these processes and steps that we used to follow in the traditional brand building models. FaceTime is coming down so dramatically. Earlier you had a FaceTime with the entire family watching television together. You had a 30-second ad, some people had 60-second ad, some people had 2 minutes ad and things like that. Then you start integrating into programs. So a brand had an opportunity of FaceTime which was far higher in the industrial era. In the digital era, your FaceTime is going to come down substantially. So what will matter in building the brand will be how do you appear to the consumer at every touch point that the consumer is interacting with the brand. A lot of effort will have to go at the backstream now. So marketing doesn't remain a front-end activity anymore, it will have to become a business-driven activity. And that's why the submission whether it should be in the purview of a select set of individuals in the company. As I said, each consumer touch point is now critical and worth its weight in gold to deliver the brand's objectives. I have an example here. So if I look at the low-cost carrier industry, it's fairly commoditized, right? The price point plays the larger role. One player has managed to distance itself. So it's almost twice the share of the nearest player in that segment. Now if you look at how did they build the brand or how did they build that differentiation? It's not because of multimedia or multi-million-dollar campaigns. We have not seen too much of them on ATL or BTL or even in digital mediums. If you look at the way the differentiation has got created, it's largely through the way they have played on every touch point. If you go back to your journey with Indigo, you think about it, how the menu appears, how the announcements happen, how the packaging of the food products is done, what is the language which is being used, what is the tone of that language, what is the ending announcement. The entire process that you go through leaves you with a distinct impression about the brand and what it's trying to do.
When we think of crafting brands, basically we look at putting people first. No surprises, many companies talk about consumers, but we'd like to believe that we have to look at people as people rather than as consumers. So of course they consume our products, but what is more important is how can we actually connect with them at a level which is deeper than just being a consumer. Consumers are taking on to the medium faster than ever before. The pace is only growing fast. In countries like India, there's still a massive runway when you think of the internet penetration and how many people are using actually internet or digital in general. A lot of that is getting leapfrogged, as we know, because of mobile, and more people are getting using internet. Naturally, the second key thrust for us is to build brand love. You know, building brand love in many ways is much more than growing sales or building market share. So something which is again a very deeper connection with the people is what we would like to do through the building brand love agenda. And in doing this, we have to unlock the magic. And this is where again the new channels, a multitude of channels at our disposal come to play. Our marketing mission is fairly simple. It is about reaching more people in more places and making sure that we bring to life all the brilliant experiences. So fairly straightforward. Now within the digital thing, and you struggle to put, when somebody says, try and articulate what digital is, you struggle to put it on a chart. It's like a maze, it's very easy for marketers, especially if on the consumer side, to get lost in this wild ecosystem and to forget, the importance of scale, forget the importance of engagement, and do things just because they are cool or, they belong to new technology. So one of the key things, mantras for us is, this is really crucial in our marketing agenda. It's just to absolutely keep calm, not get fazed by everything that we see around, and keep it really calm and simple. Right? So we try and simplify as much as we can this extensive maze that we see.
Building a brand which is unique is not a simple task, but not keeping up with changing technology, social media and big data is a strict no-no. We hope you enjoyed watching the show. On that note, we will wrap up. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.